Whoop,
make,
whoop.
make sure you check the audio too, Mama Diski. That we're good.
Testing 1 2 3.
Go
We're here.
ahead. That's the
Are we good?
freestyle. If you
Oh,
feel
no,
like
honestly,
it's coming
I
out.
have no bars at all.
Wait,
I
really?
might spit bars like, you know, with knowledge, but not raps. No raps.
You're like motivational bars.
I was about to say I won't even. I feel like everybody's a rapper
Okay,
nowadays.
hit us with your favorite quote if you can think of
Oh,
it right now.
okay. Favorite quote right now is everything that you've ever been looking for is already right there inside and around you. So I just feel like we're constantly looking for more. I'm the same way, but everything I realized at the beginning of this year, everything that I've ever needed, I've always had right here inside of me and right around me.
Like we don't give ourselves enough credit, right?
Yeah, and we don't give the people around us enough credit. Like, why? Like we've been blessed with some dope people around us. Like, like all the like things I really want, and even like there's nothing wrong with wanting more, but realizing that like the people that are with you in your life, like we're always trying to maybe, and there's nothing wrong with networking, but we're always trying to like look for a better person for something when you've got people around you who like, if you just build with them a little bit more, like you can build that thing or that dream or that passion out, you know what I mean? So that's really just something that I've been like really like, you know, meditating on.
So like acknowledge them more, or just overall just try to like get to know them, see how we can like play off of each other. Is that what you mean? Like in a beneficial way for both? Is that what you mean?
I think that it is that. I think it's more like I'll give you an example. You know, I was so my team, we own like a digital branding and marketing agency, a creative agency, and I'm always like networking because I'm trying to get like bigger and better clientele. You know, we've been able to do some awesome things, but you know, we at the beginning of the year, we're like, yo, we want to hit this number. How are we going to do this? And so I'm like, okay, I start trying to DM people, and you know, some of that works, some of that doesn't. But then I was sitting there realizing that the best clients, the best connections kept coming from people who are already on my team. You know what I mean? So it's like, you know, I want more, and there's nothing wrong with that. But a lot of times I'm like overlooking the people who are right there with me and be like, yo, like, how can you and I work together to get more? And once I start doing that, like now it's crazy. We've got Steve Harvey as a client. Like we've been able to do some really dope stuff.
What about Lori Harvey?
No, that's the ultimate goal.
Like I want to as soon as I meet her, it's done.
That's the real goal. Shout out to Lori Harvey.
I want to keep talking about that, but real quick, because I didn't officially introduce you.
Absolutely.
So thank you for joining me. This is my guest, Izu.
It's Izu, but the I is a long E.
Izu.
Yep. It's Nigerian.
Yes, I remember that part because I'm like, I remember you're 100% Nigerian.
Yes, full blood. But I was born here in the States, but then grew up in Nigeria.
Cool.
Yeah.
So, I mean, maybe this makes me sound dumb, but Nigerian is a language, correct?
Oh, no. So, no.
Like, okay,
Nigeria has like honestly hundreds of dialects, but 3 major languages. And the 3 languages are also 3 tribes. So almost, you know what I mean? But I'm Igbo. There's a ton of Igbo people. There's probably Igbo people watching this right now, and Yoruba. A lot of famous Igbo people too, like, you know, like Chiwetel Ejiofor. He's the guy who played like 12 Years a Slave, the main actor. You know, what's her name? A bunch of actors on Insecure. They're also Igbo.
I love that show
a lot of NBA players, a lot of NFL players are Igbo. Like, I'm trying to think of some more people that you may recognize.
You have your own dialect?
We have our own language, but then the language has like hundreds of dialects. So like you go to different parts of the country and people speak a different variation of it. And it's similar to a lot of other languages. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah. Yep. So I speak Igbo and English. So, yeah.
2 languages.
2 languages.
I speak 1. I'm like,
You're only one.
Yeah.
So Spanish, you haven't dabbled. You haven't.
I took 2 years of Spanish, but I just never.
I feel like if you just spent a month in like a Spanish-speaking country, you might.
Like,
do you speak it at all at home? No.
No. Supposedly my mom knows.
Okay.
I mean, supposedly a lot of people.
No.
It's so.
I didn't know she had a mic. What? This is lit. There's 3 of us. Shout out to Mama D. High five from over here. For real. She pulled it. She literally just went like, boom. I was like, whoa.
Imagine anytime you run into her out somewhere, she's like,
she just pulls out a mic. No, I'm expecting that now. Like I'm literally expecting
You're like,
that.
oh my God, Mama, do you want?
Yeah. Where's?
For me, is her dad. If you were to see him, he's like green-eyed, looks like a total white boy.
Really?
So anytime we go anywhere, he like spits out Spanish like crazy.
No way.
So they'll look at me and be like, you know, ¿qué quieres comer?
Yeah.
Like, oh, I'm like, I see.
That's fun. So you grew up here. You're second, third generation.
I'm like fifth generation.
Oh wow! So you're.
But we are actually like Native American from Apache.
I can see that. I feel like I could see them. Yeah.
What is it?
I feel like the high cheekbones and then the eyebrow structure. Yeah, and even your dark hair too.
She's like, shout out to filler.
No, I can see that too. No, that's funny. That's funny. No, I think that like the black hair, the really dark hair. I mean, I don't know. I feel like can't you kind of tell like
dark hair,
really dark hair. Like I've dated
tan very easily.
Oh yeah, exactly. The olive kind of color skin.
Who you say you've dated?
Oh no, I was just saying like
Lori Harvey.
No.
How does she not?
What? Mama D, come on, you should know Lori Harvey is Steve Harvey's daughter.
I guess, is she an actress? No, huh?
I don't know.
She's
I don't think she honestly, no offense to her, but I don't think she actually does anything. I think she's just Steve Harvey's daughter, but then she just is like really attractive. You know what I mean? I think that's just she dated Future. She dated.
What does she do? What does she do? She's beautiful. That's her job.
That's a great job. That's a great job. That's a full-time job because you literally can never be off. Like you're always clocked in. Like
affirmations all day long. I am beautiful. I am courageous. I am bold. I am a goddess. I am a being of divine light.
I love it.
Two things to say off of that. One thing my dad has said, and he's always told me, he's like, daughter, have you ever seen a really fine, hot, homeless lady? I'm like, never. He's like, exactly.
Boom, hey, you'll never be homeless. There you go.
But he just always says, he's like,
that's facts. That's
honestly, because he's like, no offense, but truth is, it's like, if you're a really good looking woman with just, like there's something for you to do.
Yep, there's always something. If you're homeless and you look good, then that's your own fault. That's literally your own fault. Like, get it together.
And then, and then the second one. Never. Have you ever came across? You're like, damn, she's fine, but she's a homeless lady.
No.
No, that's different.
Nah, but they're on to the side pieces house. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
another
right.
One was a prank, like a kind of prank video. Not prank video. I guess like a video where random people were going up to people outside like a country club or something, or golf club or something like that, and it was all only women. I think coming out of cars or. And they were asking,
like nice
what do
cars?
you do? Yeah. Super.
Oh, I know exactly
what do you do for a living?
Yeah.
And then one of them, she's like, darling. She's like, I'm married.
Just, that's it? I'm married. I'm surprised she didn't say, I'm beautiful. You know what I mean?
She's like, I'm married. And she's like, must you ask more?
Like, he was like,
she's like, I do enough already.
Yeah. She's like, I do all the married things that married people do.
But those two always stick to me about that.
That's hilarious. Boom. You'll always be good.
Would you ever be open to, if you got married, like, would you want to fully 100% support your life?
I mean, I feel like, isn't that what marriage is about? Like, support whatever they want to do.
I guess I meant financially.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, if they didn't want to, like, stay at home, or if they wanted to, if they didn't want to work, then yeah, why not? I mean, I feel like my mom is a very strong entrepreneurial, like, my mom, I don't know how my mom does it, but she's very entrepreneurial, but she can come home and like cook a meal and clean the house. Like, I don't know. She's like, she does everything. And she's literally. So she's taught me, like, just from like living that, you can, that your wife, like, she'll determine the direction of your entire life. So keep her happy.
Happy wife,
happy life. Yeah. Absolutely. My mom has literally modeled that, in front of us. But then she's also like, I don't know how she does it all, but she has done it all. So I think that just from watching her, that like women are the most powerful beings on the planet. Like, I really do believe that. Like, I'm not just saying that because there's 3 of y'all sitting here. But no, she literally
They will all jump me.
literally, yeah, no, she modeled that for me. So yeah, I believe if they wanted to do that, like they wanted to stay home, there's probably a reason. And I want to be able to support that. I will be able to support my wife. Because I think that like I just have the hustle for it, but I think I don't know if I'll end up with somebody like that. I don't know. I just tend to be attracted to people like my mom. So to have that same sort of like entrepreneurial hustle. But if they just decided one day, hey, I just want to focus on raising kids, or I just want to focus on like, I don't know, like making charcuterie boards and like hosting like house parties, like they can do that. Yeah, exactly. They could do that too. Yeah.
So growing up in, you were going to say something, sorry.
Are you a mama's boy?
Yeah, I think I am a mama's boy, but then I mean, me and my dad, we tended to butt heads a little bit more, but recently we become better friends.
Over mom's attention?
Honestly, I don't think so. I don't think so.
He's
I mean, you're making me
fight. He's like, I'm a winner. There's no competition. So
no, honestly,
you're
no.
like, actually, you brought your mom here. Come
Yeah, she's actually the back. She's my biggest support. No, I mean, I went. I think I went 3.5. Like, I've got a crazy story, but I went 3.5 years without seeing my mom and my 2 younger brothers. So I feel like after that long period of time while I was here in like high school and my parents were back in Africa, because my mom couldn't come back because of like paperwork and stuff like that, and we were finally able to figure it out. But after that, like I was just like, okay, after going that long without seeing my mom, I'm like clinging on to her.
Aww.
Yeah, so like I think that
Are you a Cancer?
I am not a Cancer, actually. I'm not Cancer.
sign?
I'm a Sagittarius.
Oh.
Yeah.
Sagittarius are pretty like kind of just go with it.
Yeah,
right?
that's yeah.
Pans of the whole zodiac.
Yeah, like you're just
see, I don't even know what that means.
Peter Pan-y. Like,
Honestly,
I don't want to commit.
I mess with Peter Pan. I like him. He's cool.
You're like, I'm sorry, I'm just gonna go with it. I'm not feeling this right now.
No, literally, I go with the flow. With Peter Pan, and I feel like the Power Rangers and the Ninja Turtles, they're my favorite cartoon characters.
He's like, if I had to compare myself to another spirit animal, it'd be Ninja Turtle.
It would 100% be it would be Raphael,
color?
the red one. I'm always wearing like little red accents.
Mine would be Kung Fu Panda.
Oh.
I love it. She's literally wearing panda colors right now too.
Oh shit!
I love to eat. Am I really?
Yep, black and white.
yeah.
Because I love to eat. And sometimes
That's
I
hilarious.
fall sometimes, okay?
I'm weak. That's so funny.
Fall as well. But then I put my mind to it.
All
and
the
it
while.
shuts down my accent.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So weren't we talking about needing a co-host? Like,
Oh, I know.
like moms is already like giving the right energy. Like we need to talk about this.
It's up next. It's up next for sure.
I love it.
But I was gonna bring up. So when you were raised up in Nigeria.
Yeah. So
From what age to what age, and then how does the getting brought up there? How kind of does it differ from here? Not only schooling, but even like your friends, culture between parents and kids. Like, is there a strong difference?
No, it's like 2 different planets, honestly. So I was born in Atlanta, grew up there till I was 10 years old. Then the 2008 housing market crash happened. My parents, who had really good jobs, lost it all, and they said, "Hey, like we could be, we could try to figure out here in America, or we could go back to Nigeria." And we didn't go back to Nigeria. Has very, very nice parts. Mark Zuckerberg has a house in Nigeria. The CEO of Twitter has a house in Nigeria. But we actually didn't go to those parts, which we could have. My parents took us back to the villages where they grew up. So I was like carrying buckets of water, like 2 miles, to cut firewood down, pour half the water in like a pot, boil that, mix it with the other half just to take a shower. Like that was my upbringing from 10 to 15. Yeah.
At the moment, when you were doing that, were you like, were you just like, oh my God?
Honestly, it was an adventure to me. I was 10 years old.
Yeah.
Like, think about like being in, like when I was 10 years old, like it was like a whole new like world. Like we went from suburbia Atlanta to like the village in Africa where there's not really streets, it's just sand. You know what I mean? So we were we were on, it was always an adventure to me, you know what I mean? But
especially boys, they need like an output for their
oh
energy.
yeah, and we had, so I had 3 brothers, and like it was all testosterone in my
God,
house, like
literally?
yeah. So
Like,
So masculine.
no, literally, probably.
like London has all brothers too,
Yeah,
so it's
yeah.
just like, and a single mom, so it's just
Yeah.
like I could only imagine.
No, yeah, it's crazy. Like we.
Dressing like some of them up like little girls.
No.
No.
Wait, but Megan, have you heard Megan Fox? I think her 2 sons, that they wear like princess dresses and
Really?
like,
Megan
all that.
Fox has 2 sons?
yeah, from the actor.
Brian Green.
Oh,
Come on, from
wait,
Adam
she's
to Winona.
already
And then
had
now
2
she's
kids.
with MGK.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I was like,
Eastside Cleveland Wild Boy.
that's what I'm saying. Like she's with
Now she's with
MGK.
MGK, which like the difference is just like
That's what I'm saying. Like I didn't even, because the last time I heard about Megan Fox in a long time was when I heard about MGK, and I don't know. I feel like if you're getting with MGK, it's maybe not the best father. Like you know what I'm saying. But I mean, hey, he can. It just isn't he like 28, 29?
Who
He's
knows?
young. I don't know.
I don't even know who that is.
What does MGK stand for?
Machine Gun Kelly.
Oh, I knew that.
I know who Machine Gun Kelly is.
Personally, or is it like y'all met? Okay, I didn't know because she said I wish.
Feel free to hit my beard.
I think that name. I know we got off topic, but I think that name came from like a mobster, right? There used to
Maybe
be someone called Machine Gun something.
machine. I think
What's
I've
it
heard Machine Gun. I know that
Machine Gun Kelly.
So he did. I think he probably did.
that was the
take his
name of the.
Yeah.
Wow. No copyrights, no copyright infringements there.
I know.
I can imagine they probably did it. Yeah, no, we won't bring that up.
Intro music, we're good.
That's funny.
So you
That's
grew
funny.
up with all brothers.
All brothers. Yep.
And then you said that that's why that.
My mom is masculine. Yes.
What about your dad? What would you say? Or he's like even, or he's can take both roles.
My dad is very, he's pretty traditional, patriarchal. Not as so much like, well, a little machismo there. You know what I'm
Because
saying?
I've
Like,
already heard you talk more about your mom, so
Yeah.
maybe that's why you're closer to her. Or?
Well, I think I'm closer to her because I'm more like her than anything else. My dad is more. My dad's more like he's not as like out there entrepreneurial. He's more like a scholar. Like
You're a scholar too.
rules.
Maybe you got both of them in a
I
way.
think maybe a
You're
little bit,
scholar.
but I'm not. But my dad will sit and read books like all day. Like I'm not. I'll read. I do a lot of studying, but I don't do a
Okay.
lot of like. I wouldn't do that all day. My dad is okay with just like sitting there all day, reading books, chilling, doing absolutely like that's him, and that's what brings him like life and energy. So
Did he ever read to you?
yeah. He
Did
would
you
read
like
to me.
that?
Oh yeah, I love that. I think my parents, gave us a pretty balanced like upbringing. I think they did their best being, working corporate jobs, and then they went full entrepreneur, and then I never saw them again. Basically, not in a bad way. Like they're out there doing their own thing, and they're like, hey, you got to figure it out.
So still
you know?
to this day, they're still doing like their own.
Yeah, no,
pretty-
my parents are doing some awesome things. So just to give a quick rundown on what they do, like my mom does import export. From here in America, she brings goods to Nigeria because they don't have access to like goods. But then my dad, he does a lot of missionary work. So he'll go to orphanages, unreached places, and like with the stuff that my mom ships from America, there are things will be donated like clothing, toys, food to like kids. Who don't have those things. So my parents do a lot of like missionary work too. So they're like entrepreneur missionaries type thing. So
They're literally like the perfect.
it's crazy. Yeah, honestly, that's why I'm like I'm trying to like
That's amazing.
live up to their legacy. They're
So
incredible.
they always motivates you growing up, right? You were
Oh
like, you saw
yeah,
that.
yeah. My parents were like super motivational. Like it's honestly kind of like we would be like, this is how bad it was. Like we would be sitting there, like, okay, so I'm just gonna grab this book really quick. So me and my brothers, like let's say this is the TV, we would want to watch cartoons, right?
Yeah.
But my parents had a strict rule where we can only watch cartoons on Saturdays and Sundays, right?
Okay.
So we would like during the weekdays after school, we would get really close to the TV, turn the volume on like 1 or 2%, and then have our books like open in front of us,
You're like,
literally. And so when we would do that on 1 or 2% so that we could hear them coming. So then, and we'd have the captions on. So now, like, I can't watch anything with captions on. And so we'd hear them come, we'd turn it off, and then just turn and like have our books open. Yeah, that's how like, because then if my mom would ever catch us, she'd be like, "You guys are playing this Xbox," and we're like, "You guys bought it for us. Like, what are we supposed to do?" And so they would be like, "You." Sorry, I don't want Mama D to get mad about the placement. Is that good?
Mama, excuse me, Emmy, go fix it. No. For office.
No, it's funny. So
Actually, really are, but
I can move it if you want. No, so my mom would always tell me, she's like you're playing this Xbox, and she's like, somebody invented that, and they're, making a living off you constantly using it. She's like, why don't you go create your Xbox? You know what I mean?
PlayStation.
right, no, right. That's funny. Are you a PlayStation? You team PlayStation?
I mean, I used to be really Yeah, I always liked it.
What games did you play?
I tried to get into 2K. I couldn't. Only Call of Duty, but like.
Oh, you was on Call of Duty?
I go crazy.
Really?
Like even if I were to pull it up,
you still got it?
I don't know. I'm not as good. I'm a little bit rusty.
And they keep changing like everything.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know you had a couple things in your arsenal there. I like that.
I'm like, I should start doing some Twitch, make a little more.
I'm about to say, like, you could totally Twitch if you're good at that. That's dope. That's dope. But yeah, my mom would always tell me, like, you need to like. She would always be like, they just always like motivate us to be the best version of ourselves. So I think that then going back to Nigeria, seeing how little people had and how much they did with how little they had, then coming to America, and America's like, look at all this opportunity. Like, that's the way I looked at it, was when I got here, I'm like, wow, like, I don't think Americans know how much they have, like how every corner, like if you put in the work, like anything can grow from it. And that's why I feel like in a very short period of time, I've been blessed to see like a lot of success in my life, because, I had those 4.5 years in Nigeria that taught me like to take advantage of every opportunity put in front of you. Yeah.
So from being from Nigeria straight back to here, that's when you knew you're like, okay, I see the difference here where I can do this, I can do this. This is like very easy in a way to access it or open up opportunities. Is that?
Well, what happened was me and my older brother came back to finish high school. And we would stay with host families because my parents were missionaries in Nigeria. So we'd stay with random families.
I had someone else on my podcast that she was from Chile or South America.
Similar.
And she stayed here for she was babysitting, but she was still able to go to school at the same time.
That's dope. So we did something similar, and we would stay with different families. Some would we would help them like they had construction companies, so we'd help them work at the construction company. Some of them were really wealthy, so they just said you don't have to do anything. So it was always a difference. But then we went through high school, put ourselves through college, and after we put ourselves through college, I had a lot of really good internships. Every summer I would get a different internship through college, because I didn't have anywhere to go back home to over the summers and over the breaks. So I always made sure I got an internship that required me to live in a different city. So I'd lived in all these
throughout the states.
Yeah, I've lived in 7 different states. Yeah, so I've lived in Chicago. Well, Chicago's not a state. I've been in Illinois, but Chicago specifically. Yeah. I've lived in Florida, Missouri is where I went to college, Alabama, Atlanta, that was where I was born, California, and Oklahoma. Wow. Yeah. So, and that helps with marketing, because I feel like I've experienced so much of America. So with the marketing company, that helps a lot. So yeah.
So you went. What did you go to college for exactly?
I went to college.
I didn't go so much.
I feel you. No, major. Yeah. So first 2 years I was pre-med. So I was biochemistry pre-med. Yeah, but then I quickly discovered that I don't know, something just switched for me where I'd been told my whole life I'd be a doctor. Then something just switched for me, and all of a sudden it's okay, well, I don't think I'm going to do that anymore. I think I'm going to become I had one conversation with a communications major, and I was like, that sounds incredible. So I talked to a professor, switched my majors. My parents, they took them years to forgive me.
I was going to say, were you scared? Did you feel oh my God?
Dread. I didn't tell them the first year.
Decision.
Yeah, it was huge. Honestly, there's been very few decisions that I made that easily. It just was when I had that one conversation with that one girl who told me what her major was, I was like, that sounds like what I was always meant to do.
You wanted it
exactly. But it was hard because I come from a culture where it's doctor, lawyer, engineer. Exactly. Yeah.
Makes the most money,
yeah, exactly. So I had to find my own way, because my parents we're not going to support and they didn't do it from a bad place. That's just what their worldview was. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Growing up in Africa, they wanted you to have like a skill that's guaranteed to always get you paid because they don't want us to struggle. But I kind of had a bigger vision, and luckily it's working out. yeah.
And
Otherwise,
then it's developed into
Riches Insane.
Riches Insane.
Riches Insane, which is like I said, a creative digital marketing and growth company.
So like basically like social media. How can we say it for like simpler terms?
In simpler terms, I think we use the internet to grow anything. Like we can use the internet to grow anything. We do everything from as small as like logos for local like mom and pop shops all the way to like running marketing for Steve Harvey Global. Like,
do you guys are you on Fiverr too or no?
No, we're not. We're not on. Well, Fiverr. I think Fiverr is a great resource.
I love Fiverr,
yeah, Fiverr is incredible. And sometimes like for scripts and stuff, if we have way too many things going on, we'll outsource it to Fiverr. But for the most part, like we've got 2 offices, 17 people on the team. We've been able to grow it like really fast. So yeah, we've even built apps. So like it's cool. We get to do a lot of fun stuff. Marketing is cool because my mind is very like dynamic, eclectic. So I'm like in so many different industries. So every day is new. Every day is like fresh. So that's why I really like the marketing space.
You even called me up for different things.
Yeah, no, yeah.
And you're like, this and that. This is the new thing. You're like, are your people into that? I'm like, no.
Yeah, I was about to say that.
Like, you never know what
yeah,
it is.
you really
like,
never know. I'm like, do you want to like try this if you're down? And like that was funny because we finally figured it out. But I was like, I didn't realize.
Did you find like a good person?
We did find, and we realized we just need to settle in their niche, that niche. You know what I'm saying? Like the military niche. So it worked out. yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You know what I mean?
I
like
go straight to the source.
Yeah, like a veteran, like or something like that. You guys don't know what we're talking about, but
like,
yeah,
we're
Air
like Force or something.
Yeah, it was like
depending on the product.
It's all depending on the product. Yeah. But basically, it was a brand that like they make like bulletproof hoodies and jean jackets, like that they look normal. You'd never know.
And he was asking me, he's like, do your
I think I need one.
followers
Right.
Are they into that? And I'm like, probably not.
I was like,
but I never know. But that's why he's like, you told me, you're like, you never know. And I'm like,
yeah.
Some dope dealers that would.
She's like,
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. So I mean, hey, if you're down, we need more influencers. But yeah, no, yeah, it was. But they look completely normal. Like you would not know. It's like completely like Kevlar, like flexible material.
Yeah.
So it's bulletproof. I'm
Do you
giving them
have
free
one?
promo.
Are you
No,
wearing it right now?
I don't have. But you want to know what's crazy? I gotta tell you guys because since we're being raw and authentic here, I just gotta get this off my chest. Yes. I did get. So I don't know what's going on with LA the past week, but in the past 7 days, I've been chased, shot at, and robbed at gunpoint in like less than a week. Yeah.
Wait, what city were you in?
Downtown LA, both times. Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I don't know what it is.
What were you wearing?
Well, no, it had nothing. I don't
if you're
think.
wearing red or blue.
Well,
like,
I don't think it
signify.
normally, but no, I was wearing like Dior shorts. Like, there's nothing like, you know what I mean? There's like a
that's
random
also
color.
what's really big.
Yeah.
I've heard that like if you wear anything, even type of
Yeah.
jewelry, a watch.
Well,
like,
it was
people
really
will,
my
like,
car. That's what it was because they chased me in my car. Like they pulled up behind me and it was weird. Like they wouldn't go around me and I had my hazards on. And then they started to get out the car, so I took off. And I busted like 3 or 4 red lights. And they followed me through the red lights. And so I got away and they shot at me or whatever. It's crazy. And then next time.
So you have a
Police report? A Rolls Royce. Yeah. A Rolls Royce Wraith.
Rolls Royce. Which one?
He's like, sounds the same. Police report, Rolls Royce. Say it 5 times as fast.
That's funny. So, it's your police report.
And luckily, did it miss your car?
No, they hit the car. Luckily, it was like a very, like, the bottom. They barely, like, skimmed the bottom. So, luckily. But then the next time, like, I was parking and they just, like, a group of people, like, pulled up and they pulled a gun out on me. Like, I lost my laptop, money, my bags, everything. But, I mean, that stuff's replaceable. So, I'm just glad I'm
But do you have 2 cars? Like, in regards to, like, like, maybe, I don't know. Not that you should have to live this way, but, like, do you maybe take the other one out sometimes for different?
Yeah, the thing is...
and I always have thought personally that downtown is always sketchy for me. And like all you see when I've known on the news It's like just always something.
Yeah, I mean, and the thing is, like, I don't know if you guys heard of Citizen app. I guess it's free promo for them, but they basically like have like a thing that like whenever the police report something, they immediately go on the Citizen app, right?
Oh.
Yeah. So,
Evelyn has it.
oh yeah, boom. So every's been saying the Citizen
Wait,
app's
why do
been.
you have it, Evelyn?
For
No,
her two
everybody should
kids.
have
she
it.
Has kids.
Every
She
girl.
has
I
young
think
kids.
every.
I live in the ghetto.
Oh, that too.
No, well, that's good. Well, not that you live in the
Smart
ghetto,
girl,
but like
smart
smart girl. Well, no, I think that everybody, especially girls, should have it because they know what area things are popping off on.
Citizen app.
It's Citizen, yeah,
CITIZEN.
correct, yeah, yeah, exactly.
Just punch in like my little city.
Well, literally, it'll use your location. So, and I
I
think
have neighborhood, the one that's like for houses.
it's a little bit. This one is literally like connected. Like as soon as the thing is like as soon as it happened, people were asking me like, and I'm like, how did y'all know? And because the Citizen app literally says like Black Rolls Royce, keys stolen, everything. I was like, how did you guys know? They're like, we knew you were downtown, and you like not a lot of
Wait,
people
so
have
did they
that
steal
car.
your car?
No, what happened was they pulled up, they put a gun on me, they asked me for all my stuff, and they said, give me the keys too. And so I
Oh.
like,
Chase them down.
no, yeah, no, I was
So
like,
they
hey.
drove off in your car?
No, they were in their own car. They never got out the car. They just pulled like a gun out of the car. So I gave them everything. But I mean, you know, your life is worth.
No, of
You know
course.
what
No,
I
of
mean? Like,
course.
yeah,
of course.
yeah. But here's the thing: is the reason I brought up the
Did you see
Citizen
their
app.
faces too? Like just
They had
pure
ski
as
masks
they-
on.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Though the thing is, like, and the reason I brought up the Citizen app is because like me and my friends, like a lot of my friends have nice cars. They all live downtown, so it's like it's never been a thing. I think it's just recently LA has been crazy. So recently, because this is like this other thing happened 5 days ago, and then this happened like 2 days ago. So it's like
Are you
LA's just
freaking
like
up?
Kind of like when the full moon came out too.
really
There's
like
that new
about
pink full moon, which is a Scorpio.
My mom and we're very into
Mm.
kind of like
The-
that type of thing.
The stars.
Energies and the
so
stars
you
and
think how like you think that like has like
Well,
a
full moon. What already full moon does is it brings up.
all the werewolves.
It basically
Yeah.
does. It brings
Wow.
out the dark side of people, which have
Yeah.
a lot to do with healing.
like crazy.
Mm.
Either people can be like, oh, full moons make me crazy, or they can say, oh, let me see what shadow work comes up so that I can deal with it, be present with it, and heal it.
Oh wow.
And it's a time of like prayer, being like, hey, thank you,
Yeah,
Lord. This is
yeah.
what I want to get rid of right now in this season of my life. And,
Yeah.
we do like prayers and
Yeah.
we a candle. And,
Yeah.
put our stones out with it.
Yeah.
But also there's people that just go out there just
Do crazy
around
stuff.
me
Yeah.
because if there's an energy, is a
Right,
physical
yeah.
energy, when the full and it's the pink moon, which is the closest time the moon will ever be to the earth. So
Really.
you already figure the gravity. When
Oh yeah,
when
yeah, yeah,
planets get Mercury retrograde stops moving.
yeah.
It pulls away, and all your electricity in the whole
Do you
entire.
follow that type of
universe
stuff or
goes
not?
off.
Or
No, a lot of my friends do. I don't follow it, but I learn. I'm interested to
You're
learn
open,
about it.
like, you're
yeah,
like, okay,
yeah.
I
I'm
see
very
that, I see
very
that type
open
of
to hear
thing.
about. Yeah, absolutely. Because I mean, it's been crazy like lately in LA. Like my friend got robbed 2 weeks ago. Like it's wild. So I can see the correlation. 100%. It's crazy.
I
I'm
think
like, you
just
should have told me. I would have. I think we have an extra
yeah,
parking,
we have-
only
we
because
have
he's not.
parking space underneath.
I
Oh
didn't-
no, it's fine. It's all
Now
good.
we're
It's all
asking,
good.
what kind of car do you drive? Okay, it's you park outside.
Nah, you don't gotta do that.
outside.
No, you don't gotta do
Like,
that.
yeah.
Yeah.
Some of my celebs friends.
Yeah,
come in,
yeah.
and they
Yeah,
have security guards,
yeah.
and
Yeah.
it's like, okay, we gotta live on
I
underneath.
completely understand why though now, cause I'm like I'm not a celebrity, but like yeah,
Still like your
yeah,
stuff,
yeah, yeah, exactly. But like it's just never been like that, cause I've had the car for almost a year now, so it's like it's weird now that it's happening more often. Cause now I'm like I used to drive with my windows down, everything just around LA, literally like 4 or 5 times a week, but now it's just different. It's different. LA's become a little bit crazy, but I'm good. I'm not like.
No.
I'm as long I feel protected. I feel good. So
Yeah.
I'm like
Even
I'm
you
like
came down here too. You're like, okay, yeah.
yeah, oh yeah. I'm not
Downtown
I
Elizabeth.
mean it's like, I could sit in the room and like be all like, but I kind of did my little breath work, released all my like, like tension, and so I'm good. I'm good, and I got a great team that like supported me, so they like made sure that like things kept flowing really well. So yeah, I'm good. But
Should let us know. We could have Ubered you. Or
nah, you're fine. I've been. Oh yeah, I only use Lyft. Shout out to Lyft. Yeah, but they've been a little bit difficult to get Lyfts lately. I don't know if you guys
all
are
the
lifting a
time.
lot.
And I'm
Yeah.
like, you guys are making it hard. I
Yeah.
can't go out and drink. I just gotta be
Ye-
regular
yeah,
and drive.
I feel you. I feel you. No, that's awesome.
Oh, but cause she'll only order now because you can get it easily the SUV black.
The XL, yeah, the
That's
black,
the only one where
yeah.
I'm like, okay, Mama D, and like I'm not ordering that, but if you want to, go ahead.
No, they really are.
Which I
They
feel
really
like, if anything, maybe it's like a marketing tactic that Lyft's doing.
Well,
I don't know,
yeah.
because like it's like they're still getting more money because when you try to get the regular, you can't find one, or it's like 20 minutes.
Yeah, the thing is with apps is like what people don't understand is like apps essentially can control our entire lives. Like they have access to everything that we put in our phones. Like
I think it's true because when I used to have Uber, right?
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of the Uber drivers would start giving me their personal numbers, and I think a lot of people stopped working with regular cars because they weren't making enough money.
yeah, well, there's actually a strike going on right now. So yeah, there's a
With Lyft?
strike. I think it's with both of them.
No
It might be
wonder.
one or the other because they're realizing that like, so for example, like if you cancel a ride and they're
They
almost
charge you,
there,
though.
they do charge you. But Lyft and Uber like kept changing the fees. Like they like people are more prone to cancel knowing it's only like $2 or $3. But
Mine's always been $5.
they brought it back up to 5.
yeah.
But and then at one point it was at 8 to make them happy. But then without saying anything, they brought it down. So it's like the app, the people who control the apps like control like so many aspects of people's like financial and like even emotional well being. So you know, and
So
I
can
think
see that why the black cars are like
yeah.
getting paid shitload of money.
Yeah,
They're like,
exactly.
oh,
Regardless,
literally,
yeah.
My mom will make them wait outside 15 minutes, and they don't care. They're with the door open,
Yeah,
waiting
they're
there
not
for you.
tripping at all.
I'll
Yeah.
message them. I'm like, start the meter now. I'll be
Yeah,
on it.
and you can even choose like the
They-
temperature and stuff in the car. Like you can be like, I want the, and then what I don't like though is that you can tell them not to talk. I feel like that's a little inhumane. Like you,
What's wrong with you?
They being talked to, that's why
really in the
regular
Ubers,
regular
because they
Lyft.
just talk to you.
You
Yeah.
want to talk your ear off, like, bro, like I'm gonna tip you.
Oh yeah, no, I feel you. I
No,
feel you.
like, hi,
But
what do you? And then for a long time, I had to change my name
But they're just trying to be nice.
off of it.
because
I
they're
just don't want to be talked to.
now, I feel like it's like, especially being a woman is different. I can imagine it's different, you know what I mean? But and then on top of that, but I just don't know, like having the app feature, like we're like, shut up, like you know, like tell
I
them
feel
like,
like I would be like, I don't care what you said. I'm gonna talk because I have what's the Fourth Amendment freedom.
oh, freedom of speech. She said fourth
No,
amendment.
I was just gonna be on my phone this whole time.
Yeah,
If they
honestly.
try to talk to me, I'll pretend like I didn't hear them.
Honestly, I knock out in every single Uber. I don't know why, but I'm so good at sleeping in cars. Like I
What about
honestly,
airplanes?
I'm the crazy person who can easily, like, as soon as I sit down, we haven't even taken off. I'm snoring.
Our friend Teresa, our friend Teresa, as soon as her butt touches, like literally everyone's still on. She's like,
That's me. And the
And I'm
problem,
like,
and the problem is I snore too. So I'm just like, like I'm out. I don't know what it is, but when I'm in like sitting position, I get like,
right now he falls asleep.
I don't
like, "You want me to
have
show
like a
you?
disease.
I can show you
I
right
can
now."
show you. I can do it. Watch, you ready? I'm just like, but no, like literally, like in Lyfts, Ubers, like they can't talk to me anyway because I'm dead asleep. Like I don't know why, but
Yeah, you know what? Talk as much as you want.
yep. Like I feel like I know I've made it in life, and I think I'm like when I can have a driver, because I'll literally just be able to sleep in between every single
that's the
meeting, because I do
best.
so much driving. Like I'm in the IE, I'm in OC, I'm in LA, sometimes the Valley, and I'm just like, yo, you know how much sleep time I could like get with like.
But isn't that
Oh,
really is
see,
the
there you go.
best
But I gotta wait
part,
18,
though.
16 years for that.
But I feel like the best part is really no matter who you're with, even if it's your friend or whoever
Yeah.
you're with, they're driving. You're like, yeah, this shit's awesome.
Yes, sometimes I have
I'm
the.
like chilling.
Yeah,
and I'm
yeah,
not, I'm
yeah.
stretching. I'm changing the looking out the window like.
There was one point like we had an intern for the company, and like he's like, listen, I just want to be around y'all. Tell me anything that I should do, and I'm like. I was like, you got a license?
Oh, shit.
He's like, so for like a month straight, he
Yeah.
just drove me and my business partner around. And he's like, I just want to come to the meetings. I was like, are you willing to drive? And at first I felt bad, but it was the experience of his life. And we still like, talk to, like
he
he's,
still got to be
shout out to
just-
Chino. He'll love this. Yeah.
Even even my mom says that, like,
She
just
knows the hoe.
being around people of like another caliber, even above you,
Yeah,
can really elevate you.
100%.
Just being around
100%.
them and even listening to their conversations or what's going on or
100%.
watching, like
Yeah.
like it can really change so much.
100%.
People don't even understand that, but they're like, when you go out to dinner with your friends, like, what are they talking about?
Facts. No,
But
and
really,
that's so
though,
facts.
Are they like gossiping and fucking
Yeah.
talking shit about people?
Yeah,
and this
exactly.
that?
And that energy, that, like, you know, that time that you spend, like, whether, like, that's so important. I think,
I
you know,
agree.
one thing that I feel like I've tried my best to do is make sure that, like, I'm constantly surrounded by people who are way far ahead of me.
Yep.
Because like one of my mentors, he's 22 years old. Like, I'm 26. My
Yeah.
mentor is 22 years old. You know, he's worth about like $13 million. But like, I literally will do anything to just be around him. He's very
Yep.
busy. And the thing is, like, I leave like mind blown every time. And, you know, they say, like, you know, if there's 5 millionaires in a room, if you hang out there long enough, you'll be the 6th one. And that's so true. And I feel like
Yeah.
that's one of that, like, that one piece of, you know, advice could change anybody's life. It doesn't matter. Like, if you don't know what you want to do, if you don't know how you want to do it, just be around people who are elevated, be around people who are working hard and who are above you. Cause that's literally the story of my life. Like, I just hung around, I did everything to like hang around people who are further ahead in life, and like it just rubbed off. You know what I mean? I didn't mooch off of anybody. I just
Yeah.
added value. At the time, like with my mentor, all I could do was work hard, but it just eventually developed into me having my own team and my own money and my own like vision. And
Yep.
people just need to do that. Like, really, like you said, look at people, look at who you're around. And if it's like gossip and stuff, like when people hang out with me and some of my friends, they're just like mind blown. They're like, this was so refreshing. And I'm like, this is every day for us. You know what I mean? Because so many people are used to like being around like the negativity and people and downers. You know what I'm saying?
Especially in Hollywood or LA.
Oh my gosh. Oh my God. Like I told you,
People
that's
get
why I live in
lost-
Long
people
Beach.
just get lost and all that and everything, so.
It's so easy to get lost in that. So easy. And then you end up pursuing shadows. You pursue like all the like the fake stuff. And so it's really important to be around authentic people. And it's not even that they have to have more money than you. If they just have happiness, if they have a joy and a light that you're like, I
Something
want
that
that.
they can share with you.
Exactly.
Even like holistic.
Exact,
Or
100%.
just whatever, like they're like, even how my mom's like into the stars
Yeah,
and
yeah,
stuff
yeah.
like that. Or
But the energy is great
Yeah.
energy, and you're like, those are the type of people I
and
want to
then
be
we're still
around.
learning something that we can all take something from it,
100%.
put it into our routine, into our
Yep.
every. Because our happiness and success or overall is like, it's not just about money, even though it
Yeah.
is some like.
No,
I
that's
think
a
it's
part
like
of it.
you have to have very evenly circle a will of life that's very
Mhm.
evenly in aspects or regards to
yep.
everything.
The will of life.
I love That's
Yeah,
awesome.
because we've gone to a Tony Robbins seminar before.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome.
And he literally put like we had like on a little worksheet. He was like, okay, so fill out there's a pie chart, I guess, of like areas of your life until where you think it is. And he's like, okay, now look at it.
Level 1 to 10
Mm-hmm.
for career, finance,
Yeah.
Mhm,
love,
mhm.
friendship, spirituality, fitness,
Yeah.
family. Like on 1 to 10,
Yeah.
where are you right now?
Mm-hmm.
Right? And then people
Yeah.
are like 0, 1.
Like
Yeah,
nobody is
yeah.
perfectly even
Yeah,
because like
yeah.
you'll give more
Yeah.
energy into one, which
Yeah.
is like.
Then it's so
And then he was asking, he's like, are you a workaholic? He's like, now look at your love and your relationship with your family. Is that lacking? And then they're like, yeah. They're like, okay, so you're rich, but you have no love life and you don't even spend time with your family or your kids.
That's good.
Or,
That's good.
or on top of that, he's like, and then he even said, he's like, and you're fat. You're super obese.
No, yeah.
Look at you. He's like, do you work
yeah.
out? Or do you eat horrible? Like,
Yeah.
it just depends like
No,
on
it's-
everything.
Yeah, me and my friends, like me and my guy friends, we have this thing like, and some people use it, some people don't, but we just like the concept of like a wholesome man. Like, what does that look like? And we're in constant pursuit of that.
Good.
And so like we talk, and that's kind of what we want to like, if we did a podcast, it would be around that, because we just think that, well, we know that like, you know, that like that's what's lacking, and people really like haven't seen that. You know what I mean? It's like people who are intentionally pursuing like wholesomeness, you know, like that balance. And I firmly believe that life isn't about
Wait,
like
speaking about that, the app just alerted us that there was 2 shots at Olympic Boulevard right now.
telling you, it's crazy. It's
What?
crazy. LA's tripping. LA's tripping right now. But there's
Wholesome man.
a wholesome man, like there's
What's a wholesome man in your right now?
in my words, okay.
In Izu's words, everyone listen up.
All right. So a wholesome man is someone who is, and let me just put the first thing that comes into my mind.
Yes.
I tell when my friend asks me like, how do you like pursue relationships or something? I say, I want to be attractive to every girl, but be mature enough to choose one, right? So in the sense of different people want different things. So
Okay,
I want to have qualities that everybody's attracted to, but be mature enough to choose one person. You know what I
Yes.
mean? And I feel like that's just my take on it. But I want to like pursue like financial well-being, but I also want to like be very communicative. You know what I mean? I also want to pursue like I want to make sure I take care of my body. I want to be well traveled. Everybody has different things. So I think a wholesome man is really somebody who pursues balance, but understands that life is not about balance, because balance is an ideal. Life is about rhythm. You know what I mean? What rhythm are we at? Well, we're lacking in love, but we're doing well in finance.
Yeah.
So like, okay, you turn this wheel, now it's spinning, now go over and turn this one, but then this one stops spinning. So you just get used to the rhythm of what it looks like. And I feel like the people that we feel like are pretty well-rounded, they've just found good rhythm. You know what I mean? So yeah.
Have you done the 5 love languages?
Yes,
All
absolutely.
right, what's your number top 3? I guess. In order?
Top 3. So my top 3 in order are. It's honestly been like a year or two, but I think my top 3 in order are words of affirmation. Words of affirmation that's definitely my first one.
Or if you can't
Gifts
remember.
and physical touch.
That's
Yeah.
right. He's
Giving
like
a physical
opposite of
touch.
you. I mean, for the people that I'm usually,
Yeah.
well, words of affirmation is a lot of people, but gifts is like right number 2.
Really?
Yeah. Well, for you,
Yeah.
I'm like, that's
Probably
different.
Yeah.
Because maybe you had a dad that wasn't. Maybe his dad was a provider. So
Yeah, correct.
so you
And
use
mom,
what
and
your
his
dad
mom
did.
too.
Like,
Yeah,
my mom, my
yeah,
dad's a
yeah.
fighter, so that means I'm loved.
Yes,
But that would
correct.
be
That is
acts
good.
of
That's a good
service.
point.
Wouldn't that be acts of services though?
You know what? I think you're
Like
right.
providing is acts of
I
services.
think it's words of affirmation, acts of service, and physical touch. You're right.
Oh, not gifts.
I don't think it's gifts. But then also like I feel like it changes over time, because I know at one point gifts was in my top 3, but then when I last took it, I don't think it was in my top 3. So I probably should just take it again to figure it out.
You're like, actually, everyone just scratch that. Let's
Yeah,
cut that
yeah.
out.
Let's just take it
We're
out.
always changing though.
No,
Every year,
exactly,
like, we're
exactly.
evolving, things are different.
Yeah.
Every year we get older, we're like, oh shoot, now this is important to me.
Yeah,
This wasn't.
exactly,
So it's always like,
exactly.
we're always retaking it.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
really
yeah.
changed the same way.
Yeah. What's yours?
I'm
just
quality
interested.
time.
Okay.
No, my goodness, quality time. Like she was
Number
like,
one.
get off your phone, please. and
No,
do
literally.
something else."
Okay,
I
so
love
like,
it.
And she'll be
I
like,
love
look at me in the eye, put your hands
Oh,
down. Now,
so
stare at me and push
literally,
your leg off.
I'll put on a
Just
timer
look
on my phone with London. I'm like, we're gonna stare at each other, and like I want to talk, and then when I'm done talking, I'm like, I want you to like think of something really good to talk to me about. Like we're just gonna.
That's
like,
awesome.
It needs to be really awesome. And like if I'm talking all the time, I'm
Hey,
like,
you said it needs to be really awesome. You tell him that?
yeah, I'm like, it
No
needs to be-
pressure.
No, I'll
No
literally be like,
pressure.
it needs to be better because you hear me talking. I need you to put effort in. And like the timer's still
You see,
going.
her whole energy shifted right now. She's like, she's
I
like,
already know,
I thought
because
I'll
I
start sweating a
I'll
little
literally
bit.
tell people, I'm like,
I'm like, wait. That's my go-to. That's my go-to. Ninja Turtles. That's hilarious.
I'm just so quality. I'm so huge on undivided attention.
Yeah, yeah.
And where I'm like, do not touch your phone. I won't touch mine.
No, that's good.
Like nobody like, and then I just really want us to see each other.
Yeah,
like, just to, like,
yeah.
Let's really see each other
Yeah.
and like listen. because
And
it's
that's lacking in
different.
this world. I feel like that's
Nobody does
great.
that.
You're right. You're right.
So
That's
I'm
good.
like-
You're
And then
just-
affection is next. I have to have affection.
okay.
And then third, I guess third would be what's not gifts or acts and services. What's the other one?
I can't think of that.
We're
fifth
missing
one.
one,
Words of affirmation,
Some gift
gifts,
giving.
physical touch.
which is what affection. Quality time. We're missing one.
Oh, wait, is that
everybody.
4?
Yes,
acts
we need.
of services,
we need-
words of affirmation, quality time, gifts, and physical touch. That's all 5 of them.
That was 5. No, say it again. Say it again.
Words of affirmation
Okay.
Words of affirmation, physical touch, acts of services, gifts,
and quality
and
time.
quality time.
That's fire.
Oh, okay. Then I guess I'd probably do gifts than words of affirmation.
Gifts.
Like if I had to choose, because personally, and it probably sounds bad. Like I don't want it. I know it sounds bad. I don't want you to tell me like you're beautiful, because I'm like I know.
Hey, listen, you know what you know.
And
like
it sounds so bad, but I'm like I'm the last person to be like, don't tell me, like just quality time.
Yeah.
Like I want quality. Shut up. Like don't tell me like you're pretty, or oh baby you did good today. I'm like I know.
you're like that's not what
That's just like my love
I want you to
language,
show.
know?
Yeah,
like
yeah,
I'm like
yeah.
okay, so show me.
Yeah.
By shutting the fuck up. And we're just gonna look at each other
And
we're
just
gonna
like-
staring, and we're gonna hold each other while staring into each other's eyes.
Oh, so y'all are like
And
this.
when I breathe in, you're gonna breathe out so I can breathe in your mouth.
And then
Okay,
I'm
so-
gonna smell your face like
And then you just see
I
that.
literally do that.
We're going another 30 minutes.
I literally do that, and I'm like,
Oh wait, all that we just talked about.
I literally, I'm like,
Wild.
I smell you. I'm like, wow. I'm like, you smell different today. I'm like, smell me.
You're lying. That's
It's you know what? Find some beauty in it, everybody.
no. That I'm trying. I don't even know what to say. That is like unfiltered. Like you're like we're taking off the like and any pretentiousness is just now we have to just see each other. I like that. But I think I would get a little nervous the first couple times, but I can imagine over time. Ninja Turtles. That's gonna be my safe word from now on. But people are gonna wonder what the freak is he talking about. But I think that like after a while, like how is that like? What has come out of that? Like, have you seen the results you're expecting?
Yeah, it makes me happy.
And that's good. Like, that's all you
And
want.
I feel like everyone has learned. They have my partners in the past
Yeah,
have learned. Maybe like it's new to them, like you said, like uncomfortable, but they eventually love, and then they end up being the same, like where they learn to love it, not
Yeah,
forcefully.
that's
I mean,
good.
it's my love language, so they give it like as as I would want it, but yes, as a choice, like
Yeah,
but
that's
they're
good.
like, and then they switch to becoming like that's what I want too.
Oh, yeah. No, that's good. That means
'Cause
you're
it's very
imparting that.
loving, and
Yeah,
it's very
yeah.
Intimate.
intimacy.
Spiritual.
Yeah,
Yes, it's
yeah.
spiritual.
Yeah.
You know what
I feel like,
And very cave woman.
like
our
you
new
mean
term.
that's
Cave woman and caveman, like the fact that
The
I'm always
raw,
smelling
like,
them. Like I'm
the
like,
raw. Oh, okay,
like-
okay.
I smell you.
Yeah.
Smell me now. That's what
Do
it
y'all do
means.
like this?
Yes.
Like they couldn't talk like this. It was like, it's like
I feel like those are gorillas and monkeys.
Isn't that like kind of technically, if we don't go from the
Yeah.
from the
it was like the most masculine caveman. Who was the best hunter? Who was
Correct.
The best
Yeah.
protector?
Yeah.
pheromones.
No, you're right.
Not
You're
the-
right.
The most the prettiest or hottest.
You're
girl
right. You're
in
right.
The tribe, all the girls would be fighting for that one man.
The manliest one.
Guy who's like being,
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
if you follow the scientific way, they say it was like from ape
Apes
to
to
something to Neanderthal.
yeah,
to
and
this
then
and
to
that,
like
and
Homo sapiens.
yeah, so
No,
it's
absolutely.
like technically, it's like
No, I
that's
see what you
why-
mean. So it's really the raw, like just like feelings
Embracing
of
that.
embracing that. That's awesome. I think that's very unique. I think that, like I told you about my
He's
my
like, I don't want that for my
No,
girl.
no, no,
If
I
you're
think-
listening, he's like, don't be a Jasmine.
no. I'm not saying that. I think that there's what I learned on my retreat was like balancing the masculine and the feminine, right? And so like
She's
I
like,
wanna
she's
know
like, were
that.
you there?
no, yeah, I
just
think I
did the
mentioned
same
a
thing.
retreat. Oh really? Oh really?
Masculine, feminine.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, well, that was really what it was mostly about, is like how like we have been, first of all, we have the toxic masculine, and then we haven't like embraced like the feminine, how the feminine is like the water and the masculine is
And
like
guys
the
should
rock.
still have some type of feminine.
Not
like,
just
if you're
some, but
too
a
much-
lot. Like,
yeah, like,
it should be a
yeah,
balance.
Fun,
Yeah.
playful, like don't be like
Yeah,
oh,
yeah,
no, I don't know.
exactly.
No, we can't have fun. No, we can't laugh. Like
Yeah,
that,
or just like machismo all the time.
that
Like
too, yeah.
it's a great balance. Like it's important to be balanced, and I think that they like there's more water than rock on the earth anyway. So it's almost like, at least on the surface. So I learned that when we close up as men and we try to be like too much of a rock, like the water's just gonna keep like hitting up against us, until, and it'll just keep going, and like, rock wears, it takes a while, but rock wears out, you know what I mean? And so I learned a lot about like what it means to like embrace I'll throw this out there because it's hilarious, but the way you had to graduate from the retreat is like, we spent 5 days and they knew all of our like weaknesses or whatever, where we needed to grow.
Oh, yeah,
so in order to graduate,
Where'd you go?
no, it was a different thing. So it was like a Tony Robbins-esque type thing, but it was all breath work. There wasn't really any
Where was it located?
in it was
My
in
mom's was in Arizona, like
no,
kind of by Sedona.
it was in I can't remember this, but it's Paris, California.
Oh.
So in like middle of nowhere, like
Okay.
Paris,
Like Joshua
California.
Tree vibes, like that.
Yeah,
or-
it was
okay.
like, I would say I've never been to Joshua Tree, but it's like deserty kinda, similar.
Okay.
So so like my assignment with the other guys who like struggled with like the femininity was we had.
Let me guess.
She wants to
You had
guess
to be
for
a
you.
ballerina.
How the freak did you know that?
I'm a trained coach.
Oh, okay, yeah. Got you. I was like,
It's called transformational training, which means experiential.
yeah.
They're motivating you.
Yeah.
And you're actually
Yeah. We had to do a lot of it.
do it. But
Yeah.
I already knew like
That's
Was
awesome.
it uncomfortable for you? Or you were like, okay.
So the thing is, they spent the first 3 days literally breaking us down, and then the last 2 days building us up. So by that time, like I was like, it's like huge dudes like these, like I'm talking about dudes who are like 6'10", like hugging, kissing each other, and I'm just like, so by then I was like, you know what? I'm a ballerina. You know what I'm saying? Like,
join them.
yeah, like literally. Well, and like.
You're like, you know what? Nutcracker ain't got shit on me.
Yes, literally. Yeah, I was like, and honestly, I was the best mother freaking ballerina they have ever seen. I was on my tippy toes and everything. So come at me.
I'm gonna do this. I'll be the best of the
Literally, like, and we embraced it, and I feel like, and the way they would like the whole like group would have to feel your energy to know if it was authentic, and like they would stand up if they felt it was authentic. So like, so you literally had to graduate, like not from like
they would know,
not like a test, but it was like your feeling. And so like they said that I killed it. So they said I did a great
Hits
job.
the
Yeah.
splits. You're like,
Couldn't hit any splits. They didn't teach us that.
me going, I had to do the training first before becoming the trainer.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah,
And
yeah.
so me going in, it's interesting because I used to be very, very like controlling, masculine, OCD. Which is okay.
No, it's but it's not. It's not like you got to get rid of that.
Yeah,
it's just
Like,
yeah.
like I was
balance, like how you said.
98%
Yeah.
masculine. So there wasn't a lot of femininity for even a masculine when it come into my life because I was going to tell you, I was a masculine you no matter what.
Yeah.
So going in there, I'm thinking like, so again, these cute little old ladies,
Yeah,
really
yeah.
soft, beautiful fairy girls, and I'm like, shit. He's like, they went when we had picked, they picked animals for us, right?
Really.
And like so some of the girls had a tiger, or the ones that were conservative, and I was like, yeah, you better make me like a big fucking ferocious bear. I was like,
Yeah.
Polar bear.
and he's going through the guys too, right? And you're gonna be this, and you're gonna be that. You're gonna be squirrel, and then you're gonna be snail.
Yeah.
And then he's like, and I'm gonna tell you at the guy, like you are gonna be a bird.
Oh, you're like what?
I was like, excuse me.
You're like an eagle?
He's like the little white birds, like little white bird. He's like a dove.
dove.
Aw.
And I need you to just be.
Mm.
And you know what doves are on the ground? They're powerless and they're vulnerable. And I started crying. I
Wow.
started crying and I was like, no, I'm not gonna be a fucking dove.
Yeah.
I want to be a fucking tiger.
Yeah.
I want to be a tiger.
Yeah.
I was really upset.
Mama,
with
do
my-
you like, I'll eat that
yeah.
fucking
Yeah,
dove.
you're like,
I'll
I
eat it
want
for
to
dinner.
swallow that thing. Yeah, that's hilarious.
So mad. I remember I was, we leave
Yeah.
and come back and go to train. I was so mad. So I had to get this little curl in the ball and I was like being a fucking dove and I was a mad dove. I'm a mad dove.
No,
If a
I'm.
bear comes to eat me, I'm gonna fucking
No, yeah,
You're like,
yeah.
someone come
yeah.
try me. Come fucking try me.
Go
right
try this
now.
dove. That's funny.
I will never forget it, but I was
Yeah.
because I was not used to being vulnerable or
That's
soft.
yep.
And now you tell me, I'll be like, oh no.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, it's again, it's like being the completely like if anything, like I've completely learned to be like a wild feminine woman, the caveman days where I get to play and I get to be sexy and I
That's
get
good.
to be you know,
Yeah.
sensual and
Yeah.
satiated and loved
Yeah.
and sexy, and I get to allow a man to, you know,
I-
let me
Yeah.
fall into him.
That's
I
good.
agree with her
That's
in
good.
that way because I think I got
Yeah.
from her in a good way though, because she's like she raised me like my daughter will never be weak. Like she never like
Yeah.
oh this and that. Like no, she's gonna be strong and independent. Which like
Yeah.
that's what I known. So now too, I'm like I feel that now where I'm like I am like pretty masculine-ish,
Do
you
you
know.
feel like that you
In
are?
a way, like I feel like depending, like before, it just depends on the situation that I'm in. You know, where I'm like I'm the provider, I'm doing this and that. You know.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But even too, because you said you were gonna be a bear. If you had to pick an animal for yourself before your last retreat, what would you have picked?
Before it, probably something like I would say like a wolf. Like
A
I felt
lone
like
wolf,
yeah,
like,
I feel like I
solo.
would like
That's what my
like,
dad says for himself too.
Yeah.
He loves being alone. He's like, no, just me.
yeah,
No,
and it's not even just the alone part. It's just like a wolf can travel in packs. You know what I mean? I have people around me, but it can also like it's fine being alone. So the balance of like a
Yeah.
wolf is ferocious, but in packs it's even more dangerous. But then at the same time, like you know, like with a group of them. So yeah, I think a wolf, and I think that a wolf just for me like symbolized a lot of like independence, but also internalizing. You know what I mean? Like there's just a lot of like, you know, haven't released. Like I hadn't cried in 12 years before the retreat, like stuff like that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So before that,
I honor you.
Yeah.
thank you, thank
I'm
you,
so proud of you.
thank
and
you.
I know how much courage it takes.
Yeah, I was not feeling it when I was going in like on God.
I one time did something for her too, like the transformational. I mean, not for her. It was a win-win.
Yeah,
She
yeah.
created because I didn't want to.
Yeah.
But she created a win-win for us. I was like, okay, I'll do it. And then I did it, and I was like, I didn't like it. And there was like more levels, but I felt accomplished that I did go through the first one, and I
Yeah.
saw some things. Because sometimes you're like, oh, I don't like. I thought I'm like, okay, I'm raised up. Like I didn't have a bad upbringing.
yeah.
But then like when you're in there, like it's like you never know the smallest.
Literally,
thing.
like it's
You're
crazy.
like, they're like, and you're like,
Yeah, yeah, it's literally the tiny things like because I feel like my
Smallest thing,
parents
yeah.
did like a good job, but like
Yeah.
it's more like at like the between the ages of 0 and 3 and 10 and 13, like that's when our brains like are absorbing the most information. So even just like the pheromones or the like the vibe
Yeah.
can affect a child's entire like well-being and like life. And so like your parent could have just had a bad day and that traumatic thing like affected you like for the rest of your life. So it's important for us to like really dig deep and find those things because we need to confront those things because we just end up like keeping
Yeah.
it all inside of us.
and
so
then it goes. Well, my mom told me it goes down to like your DNA when you have kids.
Yeah.
We don't even know it. It gets passed on the trauma into their
Yeah.
actual stored
genetics,
DNA.
yeah.
So
yeah.
until you
I've
heal
read a
it,
little bit
or
about
the
that.
mom and dad or mom, dad,
Yeah,
dad, or whoever,
yeah,
they
yeah.
both heal it. It will still literally get passed on to.
It's so crazy.
And then it'll go on to them, and that's what they're dealing with.
It's so crazy.
And going a little further into that, there's a book called The Gene Keys. Not sure
Okay.
if you heard it, but
No.
it's a phenomenal book. I don't know. I don't have good vocabulary, so I love to talk about how
No,
I
no.
learned these big words because
No, it's-
I'll read one sentence and I won't get it, so I have to look up the word.
Mhm, mhm.
But I'm learning these new words, just having exactly.
Yeah.
The word is trajectory.
No, I love that. I
I've
love
heard it
that.
like 4 or 5
That's a
times in the
great
last
word.
couple weeks. But in it, it's interesting because sometimes people will be like, well, like I was the best mom to my kid and so was the best father.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
we don't understand why the kid's acting out or why maybe some kids have mental issues and it's not really mental issues, but unconsciously somewhere, like my great grandparents' trauma that they kept secret. And
Wow.
then they had kids.
Wow,
And maybe
that's
in their household, there was other secrets that they were like, we don't talk about it.
Wow.
You go through shit, you hold it and shut the fuck up.
wow. And imagine an entire lifetime,
Lineage,
like that's
lineage,
insane.
trauma.
It's insane.
And then you were like, okay, we're healed,
Especially-
we're doing good. And you have some kids, and you're just
Yeah.
like, why does my kid? have
Why?
ADHD?
But
Yeah,
especially back
yeah,
in like
that's
our
good.
parents or
Yeah.
her parents, like whereas like always like you're married, nothing leaves the
Just-
house. You don't say anything. You're
yeah.
happy and shut up, and that's it. They
Yeah.
take care of the kids, and that's it. You can never leave. You can
Yeah.
never divorce.
An entire just
together.
entire life.
Yeah.
Like I'm 26 and that happened to me. Like I got to like deal with it and like there's some people who had been like molested and stuff. So I'm
Yeah,
thinking, oh well,
even deep,
but like
yeah.
it like so it's like imagine like going like 70, 80, 100 years and never dealing with any of that. And then life keeps happening. So it's just
Yeah.
compounding. So, I mean, I feel like it's really important for everybody to really handle those things like in their life. That can change. That changes the whole game. Like you said, like y'all are talking about like unlocking that stuff, like, you know, because you don't want to. And most people are like, well, I gotta do it. And the crazy thing is, to bring it full circle, is like most people's reasoning for not saying it is because they're like, I'm trying to protect them from
Yeah.
it, but you don't realize you're passing it along to them. Like, yeah, yeah, you know, I'll keep going. Ninja
Yeah.
Turtles. So I'm just
I
kidding.
mean, it almost
Yeah.
makes it worse.
Yeah,
Because I
yeah.
have like some family members where,
Internalize, yeah.
yes, like where it really, now that they're grown, it's just like even more like mentally wise, I just feel like they just like don't know really how to handle it, and it comes
Yeah.
out sometimes, and they're just like, you know, like they,
Yeah.
where you know, like they just need to go and I
Yeah.
don't know. I think like the discovery transformational
Yeah,
training. Is that like what you
everybody,
went through?
yeah.
Like it really.
Everybody needs to do it. Honestly, like I went through 2 levels of it, but I think that like what blows my mind is like I know how hard and how difficult it is for people to actually want to commit to it. That's the biggest thing.
Like me,
So,
I only
like-
did 1 level, and I was like, okay, that's enough.
Well, at least you did 1 level, because like I think
Yeah,
that
better than
like
nothing.
even like what's it called
Like awareness?
psychologists,
Oh, okay.
like even just the whole mental health thing in psychology, it's just now becoming like cool. You know what I'm saying? Like people are like, oh, mental health, like it's important, like, but that's only really within the past like 5 years if you think about it. So
Yeah.
like much less like going even deeper than just talking to psychologists, but actually diving into like traumas, like
Yeah.
that's gonna take some more time. But I feel like our generation is doing a pretty good job
In a
because we have the
great way,
internet.
like the
Yeah.
best way. And I think
Yeah.
that we're kind of like, you know how the 60s was like more,
Yeah.
but we're doing like more mental with it. We're like, okay,
Yeah.
we're going with it. and
Yeah,
then even-
yeah. I really feel like somebody told me that they're comparing this to like the Roaring '20s, like right after the Great Recession.
Oh,
Like that's what somebody
That's
told me that they're comparing it, because it's more just like,
that's
yeah, right. Somebody saw
but that's
somebody.
a good way to look at it, though.
Yeah, like just a lot of new like ideas, like a lot of like things are gonna start taking off economically. Like that's just what I read recently, and it might, because you see things cycle, and we are in like the 2020s, so
Yeah.
who knows?
Oh yeah, Rowan. I didn't.
Yeah,
Roaring 20s.
yeah,
Roaring
it's 100 year cycle, yeah.
100 years
Oh,
cycle.
literally.
100 years.
Legit.
Roaring
Okay.
since
Numbers.
I
We love numbers.
never
Yeah,
crossed my
yeah.
freaking
Love
mind.
numbers. Oh, we have a comment.
Oh, we have comments. Nice.
Positive.
Oh, okay. Jordan says UB.
UB.
What's that?
Or UB?
Oh, UB. Oh my, those are the guys from my transformational group.
Oh, okay.
Yo, let's go. Let's
you just
go.
forgot about that for a second. Should've known.
No. Because I didn't think that they would. That's crazy. So like it's, you know, it's like we called ourselves the United Brotherhood, right? But it's also like, you know, kind of a play on letters, because it's like we were talking about just being. So it's UB. So yeah. Yo, shout out to my squad. UB. I love it. That's crazy. They're on here. That's
you
on.
were like, what?
I was like, what? Yep, I got it. I love it.
And they missed the last of us talking about it if they logged off. If not.
Oh no,
who
that's
knows?
awesome.
Okay, we have Chocolate Ice 21. Want to say hello?
Hi.
Chocolate Ice 21.
Hello.
We're just going to show love to everybody that's tuning
Yeah,
in.
yeah.
Okay.
Chocolate
Oh,
Ice
yeah.
21. What's up? David SS. Is that for like super sport or super
Hi,
sperm?
David. Super sperm. What the fuck?
Talk about genetical
David.
super sport, super semen.
David Chocolate, I always want to go to Cali. He said Ninja Turtle.
Yes.
Okay.
Tell us your favorite Ninja Turtle.
Chocolate, what's your favorite Ninja Turtle? Let us know.
I'm like Megan Fox in the
And-
remake.
Oh, that wasn't that. Well, I feel like no, that was a good movie. Normally they mess them up, but that was a really good one.
Emmy popped in and said love.
And I mean, even she called me Emily and said, hey,
Hey,
guys.
shout out.
Illinois. Do you guys name is Tibor or Tigor? He's always on our comments. He's just a fan.
Love it.
You're beautiful and cute. Hi, Deanne. Jasmine, I'm your big fan.
Hello, everybody.
Agree. Jasmine, because of you, I'm watching True. I'm a big fan of you. Somebody else.
True?
Prem Shalon. He says
I don't
hello
know.
as
What's up? What's up?
I
What's
still
up?
can't believe that they're like.
I know,
"Yay."
that's crazy. That's so wild. Like,
You're like,
I
"What are
love
you
that.
doing?"
And we were literally talking about them. Like, yeah, that's awesome.
Manifested
Look at it.
that.
Look at it.
All part of
Love it.
the message that's
Yep.
going to be recorded. you
Yep.
know?
I do want
Love
to
it.
lastly bring in because you guys picked your animals,
Yeah.
and so my two like literally the last people I've dated, and then where it kind of makes sense that they're like for my animal, they picked a honey badger.
Oh,
But do
really?
you guys know fun like facts about a honey badger?
I do know.
Never even
A
heard
honey
of
badger
I do know a little bit about
gives
honey.
no fucks. It'll
That's facts.
fight and it will not
Yep.
die. It'll fight an alligator. It'll fight a pack of
Yeah.
lions.
It's just
a
but
pack
it's
of-
small.
it'll-
It's small. That's the crazy thing.
and it'll literally fight king cobras,
Anything.
poison, and it will like not. You can try and like no, I'm coming back.
Yeah, literally.
woodpecker, just
Yeah, the reason I know honey badgers is because
Yeah.
of Tyrann Mathieu. He played for LSU. Now he's a professional football player. And I think he plays for the
I
for the
love
Cardinals.
football wait, like soccer football?
No,
Or-
no,
oh,
not
never mind
football,
then.
but like American
Oh.
football. But they called him the honey badger because he's
They
like
get no
tiny, but he would like run into
Relentless.
anybody. That
And
that
they'll
makes
get right
sense.
back up.
Yeah, that's why I was like, why do they call him the honey badger? And then I looked it up and I realized like the honey badger is like literally badass, like crazy badass. Yeah,
so
yeah.
that's me,
Yeah,
honey
yeah.
badger.
Okay,
I'll fight
I
off
love
alligator.
it. I love it.
And everyone's like, "You're a honey badger." I'm like,
But
I'm
they
not-
look cute though. That's the thing. Like honey
They look
badgers
like
don't.
a regular, like little cute.
Yeah, they don't
and
look
they're-
like that scary, but they're
You
ferocious.
try to fuck with them, and they're like, "Nah, I'm not going down." Anymore.
Yeah, exactly. That's awesome.
So here's to the honey badger. Here's to the wolf, and here is to the not panda. The
Wait, so
dog.
is this our animals before or after?
before?
Oh, okay, before. Okay, got you. Yeah. That's what I had. What? Yeah, Same.
Sorry. Okay, I didn't know you didn't say your actual before, so I was just saying the other stuff that you said.
Oh, oops, sorry, hold on.
Oop.
Can't think and edit at the same time.
Oopty, oop.
Hello, camera one.
Can we plug in Mama D?
Okay.
Izu. Are you gonna start doing like actual coaching, like one-on-one coaching, or offer that, or coaching programs or anything?
Yeah, I'm gonna start like a one-on-one coaching thing. The thing is like there's so many people doing that. I want to make sure that if I do it the right way. Like I want people to really gain something out of it. But there's so many people have asked me, and yes, I'm gonna do it. Make sure, like I feel like as long as you
keep up,
keep
follow
in
you
touch
and
because
stuff.
it's coming. Like it's for sure
Yeah.
coming. It'll
'Cause
take
you'll
some
never
time.
Be ready. You'll
Exactly.
never-
On the bandwagon. I'll probably take like 15 people and like I'll just guide them. I'll guide them on the path of wholesomeness and success, hopefully. You know what I mean?
And then maybe even another time you and Mama D could do like something together, like
Oh,
or even like
let's run
a
it.
multiple or coaches or just you two, like
yeah.
because you guys are both on the same. Type
No,
of path.
absolutely. And I should introduce you to some of my coaches as well because they
And vice
Part 2
versa.
and 3.
yes.
Oh, Emmy's ready to do it.
Emmy's like, what's going on?
She's like, I don't get paid enough for this.
No, I mean, and honestly, it was so good. My
But you didn't finish even yours all the way. You said.
Yeah,
You said,
so-
you
so-
said you did 2 levels.
yeah, the part 3 though, they said you have to like, yeah, and they're like you low key have to, yeah, it's literally the same thing. So, but they said like it was more like for like married people. So, and I'm not married yet, so I feel like I was like.
Oh, okay, so his is probably a little bit different.
Yeah,
Context, but probably
yeah, and I was like, so I'm holding off on that part unless they come up with something else. But I did, like the one I went through was all men. You know what I mean? So I on my team, my business partner who started the company with me, she's a Hispanic female. So I'm like her and all of the people on our team that are female. Like I was like.
Is that Roxy or no?
No, Roxy's my assistant, but
okay.
Lola, shout out to Lola. She's incredible. Her mom is a life coach. Her mom, you will love her mom. Same energy.
connect or all
Yes,
do something at
seriously.
some
You
point.
guys would, you and her. She's also a life coach too. So like the energy's
Maybe
the
we can get her on
similar.
Mama D's one
Oh
next
yeah,
time.
you like honestly, you'll love her. She's saying so. Shout out to them. They're literally like, you know, without them, I would not be here in terms of like, you know, the company and even being able to be like okay here in California. They're like my backbone. So them, and so they're doing one for females at the end of the year that's like specifically made for. Yeah, I think you should. It's honestly, I don't think anybody like should go without being able to experience some things like this.
Yes.
Like 100%. Yeah, it's so important, so important. Good stuff.
Love. Okay, so are we tagging in his Instagram? Just making sure everybody.
Live with Izu, LIVEWITHIZU.
Post it, and then if someone does want to, because with your marketing side,
Yeah.
if someone wants to like be an option for you to like try to work with them, what
Yeah.
can they do? Can
Well,
they reach out to you?
Yeah,
or-
I mean, honestly, I'm open to whatever. Like the quickest way, you can DM me, you can email the company through, if you go to richesandsaint.com. It's not saints. A lot of
Oh, you
people
put
think
the
it's S.
website in.
Yeah, richesandsaint.com. You can go to like the contact us tab. And that's definitely the quickest way to have somebody call you almost the same day, if not within 48 hours. But I mean, anybody can DM me on Instagram.
Okay.
I respond. Like I do my best to respond. Like I do get a pretty good amount of DMs, but I do my best to
Yeah.
respond. Roxy, who is my assistant, she saves my life consistently. She's the one who really runs the ship. So like she will reach out to. Yeah, just DM me on Instagram, DM the Riches and Saint page on Instagram, go on our website, whether it be marketing or if you just have questions and want to talk. Like I've been blessed with people who shouldn't have like taken their time to like, hear me out when I was coming up.
Yeah.
They took the time for me. So I'm more than open to doing that for other people as well. Yeah, yeah,
I've had
yeah.
those experiences too, and they're
Yeah.
like, and then they're always like, "Yeah, I believe in what you're doing. Like, keep doing
Yeah,
it."
and it just feels good to have somebody believe in you. You know what I mean? Like my mentor, that changed. He took me in with
Yeah.
his family, so like that changed my whole life because I was like, wow, like somebody believes in me and I haven't done anything yet. You know what I mean? Like that's a good
You're
feeling.
like, just wait on it.
Yes, literally, and it's good to make them proud. So, and shout out to you. Thank you so much for
Thank
having me
you.
on here. This has been fun. I think that
Yes.
I feel like I get a lot of opportunities to meet a lot of people, and I don't know that I've met somebody who has the following you have that has like also the heart you have. Like you have really great
Thank
energy, great
you.
vibes. So thank you for having me on here.
I know
Yeah,
this is like our
yeah.
first dope, like real actual.
Yeah,
like, 'cause
conversation.
We've
Yeah.
worked before,
Yeah,
but I'm like,
yeah.
I knew. I'm like, something was telling me. I was like, you know what? I want to have Izu on.
No,
I'm like,
I
should've been had
appreciate
you on,
that.
but I was like, sometimes just like something just called you. You're like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask Izu. And I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
oh,
No, I'm glad you did. I think that, I always try to lead with value, you know what I mean? So I was like, all right, let me get her a couple, like make her a little bit of money here and there,
Yeah,
something. And then I think that obviously helped bridge the gap
Mm-hmm.
and thank you for being open to having me. I appreciate it. It's been a lot of fun.
Yes, and you will definitely see more of us.
Yes.
And Mama D.
Yes,
and
absolutely.
Evelyn.
Yep, yep.
Thank you, everyone. Subscribe, like. If you want to be sponsored, let me know on here.
Good seeing you guys.
Notifications is really important, so when she
Turn
goes
those
All that.
notifications
out,
on.
be alerted
And
to
then
your
some.
emails.
Awesome.
Dun, dun,